Wow, yo, yippee, yay, guys. Pound number 22. I'm super excited to be with you guys. Not as always, but as today, as a special edition, we are actually with all the employees here in Barcelona. So I said, rather than doing a regular powwow, why not interview a lot of our beautiful employees at SwissBorg to give you a bit a framework of what they like the most, where we're heading in terms of markets, and what is the most important at what we're building at SwissBorg. As you guys know, my name is Sarah Swizel. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. So right away, let's just ask a lot of different questions that are very important for burgers, and hopefully you guys have comments. You'll ask other questions out of Twitter or here in the comments in this video to actually understand if you do agree with this and what are the values of SwissBorg. You know, what's the big next catalysts for mass adoption? How do we get from, over 1 million users, 1 million burgers into SwissBorg? What are the different industries or the dApps are going to bring us to mass adoption? Are we a good player for this? Is it the right time to invest? All these questions are going to be answered by Anthony, Alex, and many other cool people as you guys love the most.
The thing that I like the most at SwissBorg are the people. I really like the diversity of culture that we have and that we embrace, that everyone is welcome and that we're like a huge family.
So what I like the most at SwissBorg is the fact that I can work freely whenever I want and also from wherever I want. Also, the fact that I can basically build up the company I've always dreamed for because I have the choice to build the process that I want. And the other fact is that we can always travel with the SwissBorg. We're going right now to Barcelona.
Okay, I think at least the two main values that I can think of is first, the community centricity is at the core of everything we do, is really crucial. And the next thing is we really empower the team members that we have to achieve the great vision that we have. And this is something that will propel us in the future.
We have an amazing challenge in terms of growth, in terms of where we are as a company. We managed to achieve this 21 million, in excess of 21 million in fundraise. So that gives us an amazing responsibility in terms of what we will be able to turn that into, how we are going to turn that into product, and how are these products going to actually make the life of our users happier or easier or more exciting. That's pretty much what I am really looking forward, sort of sitting down with everyone in the company and just figuring out what amazing products we're going to build with all these.
What I prefer the most is definitely the variety of subjects that we treat, because on a daily basis, we can have 10,000 different topics, 10,000 different subjects that we need to treat. One, my favorite one, diversity. Diversity, the fact that I work with people from around the world and the fact that I'm in touch with different cultures, different languages, and the variety of mindsets as well. Engineers, marketing people, that's what I love the most.
Listening, I think, is the key to create a great culture in a company. You listen to people and you can learn a lot from everyone and try to implement a better life and workspace for everyone.
Recently, we published this survey at SwissBorg when we were discussing the future thematic that we might offer in the app. And one of them was MAD, Mass Adoption Drivers. What was very interesting into doing this exercise is actually find out that there is very little power brand into the crypto world. And if you look at the traditional world, right, what makes basketball very famous in Europe, it's not the fact that it's maybe a more technical game than handball, or it's maybe a game that is more fun to play than football. You need ambassador, you had brand, you had Michael Jordan, you had the shoes, Nike help, right? So we need ambassador for mass adoption to happen. And I think we're yet to see that. What I say to the team is we're still very early. And in that sense, SwissBorg, for example, has a massive role to play. So in that sense, I believe when I look at the current trend and the things that can bring adoption, of course you have this narrative of, let's say, more regulatory side, right? In order to onboard maybe more institutional, and you see more and more chain using zero knowledge protocol, trying to create a new paradigm for blockchain. So that's on one hand, so more and more technology that help to onboard, let's say, the institutional players. And on the other hand, you have the branding guys that are going to be interesting into not so much about the technology, but more focusing on creating a narrative that help to onboard a lot of people. I think the best guys that are doing that in the space right now are Yuga Labs. They like to describe themselves as the Walt Disney of Web3. I think it's very accurate, and we need to witness more of that. So I will pay attention to this range of players that are trying to cross a little bit the chasm of what crypto is and only address either the speculative side or the very technical side of crypto, but really trying to bring more branding and ambassador to the table.
I'm really interested in all the evolutions that you find in the NFT ecosystem, and especially the real asset token. For example, there is one project that I really like. It's the one from Bottle One Club or Interstellar, where they are tokenizing a bottle of wine to enable you to facilitate the purchase, storing, and delivery.
My favorite token is BAT. I love it because the mission behind, the idea behind is, for me, BAT is the most Web3 token that we have. And the idea of being able to give back to the content users, to the content creators, is definitely, for me, is the one that resonates the most. Bye.
Oh, that's an amazing question, Sai. I think first we need an amazing team, because without an amazing team, nothing can be done. Second thing, you need a great vision, and this is something that we definitely have at SwissBorg, and I make sure to align the vision of the product to the vision of the company. And third, we need focus to execute and make sure that the next milestone will reach the target.
I think growth, this is a pivotal moment for growth in the company, right? So one of the most, one of the biggest challenges that we have today is how can we convince people to join SwissBorg at this time? Because this is the perfect time when you have the markets are cooled down, when you know that the upside is, the probabilities of upside are amazing, and everybody that will be joining today is a person that is going to be super happy 2-3 years from now, right? As Anthony likes to say, it's like right now we're having the hangover. So a lot of the people that jumped into the bus when we were thriving, if anything, the bubble was happening, these people are now having the hangover, and there is, of course, a lot of people suffering. So we need to make sure that we provide the support to those people that they need so that they can continue with the journey. And this will be just maybe a small bad memory in an overall super happy journey. And those people that have not joined yet, help them to convince to join right now, and train them and talk to them and prepare them for what is going to come, but in a responsible manner, sort of, come help us help you. That is, on the growth side, what I would love to have in the coming year. I've been thinking a lot about regulation. Sort of like that is going to be, for sure, one thing that is going to change the way a little bit society is interacting with crypto, right? So the first phase was establishing crypto, blockchain, Web3 as a topic for society. I think that has been achieved already. I mean, it's very hard to find somebody that has never heard of. And then the next phase is how is society going to integrate that into day-to-day life? Right? And this is happening on very different ways. One of them, of course, is cryptocurrencies and exchanges and all the things that decentralized finance and financial, in general entities dealing with cryptocurrencies. but there is NFTs as well. There is DAOs that I think 20 years ago, nobody ever even imagined. So how is all of this going to fit into that canvas of government, of regulation, of oversight by the government and in general by society? End of the day, the government is just society.
That's a very good question. I mean, I think it's a very difficult market because this is typically the phase where the volatility is very low, right? So when the volatility is so low and the volume are so low, we see drops sometimes and it makes you doubt. But what we see, especially when you look at Ethereum, is the range is it's pretty tiny and it's going up and down. It's very tiring. So I would avoid anyone not to look too much on the market. I still feel it's very positive. When you look at the overall US market, stock market is doing pretty well. There is some uncertainty over the agenda. We have the debt ceiling with the US. So the macroeconomy is very difficult to navigate. And I think it's going to be the theme anyway this year. But I will strongly advise people in this moment not to look too much at the charts and trying to go beyond the chart and connect themselves with projects. So get the time to get on Discord, Twitter, dig a little bit more of what naturally appeals you, and try to build as well your knowledge and your investment theory when the market is going to be a little bit more punchy. Personally, I've done that a lot, and since the beginning of the year, I was very bullish on GameFi and SocialFi, and I'm still. But I see that maybe let's say the dominating narrative might be AI, and it's the part I'm trying to connect these days is trying to connect how AI can play into the Web3, because we see many things happening with stocks. But there is, of course, good projects such as AKT, Render, this kind of the project that are helping us to play the AI narrative. And that's something as well we look at SwissBorg. But definitely this is the great moment to do all this research and start to build as well the other narrative. And I think the AI can dominate the next wave.
So after more than 6 years in the crypto sphere, I learned quite a lot, especially when it comes to investment. So the first really key point is do your own research, so you are able to identify if a project worth it or not. Second point is take action. So many persons just say, oh, I'm gonna invest, and they end up doing nothing and just waiting on the sideline. So at some point you have to go for it. And the third point, you will never get the perfect timing in the crypto market. So one of the best way to be sure that you're in and you don't, for example, lose a market is to go through a DCA, dollar cost average. Meaning, for example, you say, oh, I have 5,000 francs that I would like to invest, and you say, okay, I'm investing, for example, 1,000 francs every month. And that will give you a better average cost over the market, whether you're in a bull market, so you capture the trend, or if you're in a down market, it will enable you to get a better price overall. And hodl.
As always, I would say I'm very proud of human that belong to this project. And it's not only the team, it's as well the community. I think, again, we're very early into this game. And I still see the will, the appetite. We're still here fighting every day. I'm very proud of the two of us that are still working every day for the team. I do not see many founders after 6 years that are still holding to their project, and it shows the resilience that we really believe in that. On the other hand, I think the most difficult part for any companies of this size is to keep the magic, and I think that's our mission. And I hope that by the end of the year, that's going to be another factor we're going to be proud of, to create the magic for the team, for the community. And I think it's happening. We see little sign. Of course, the life never happened in a straight line. There is up, there is down, there is setbacks. And that's what wealth is about. I think people, they believe overnight they're going to be rich, right? They might scratch the casino ticket and the lottery ticket. But in anyone that is in journey to success, to greatness, will have up, down, setbacks. But overall, it's the growth that is important. And I see the team, I see positive sign. We did the Xbox Vault recently, it was a success. And of course, there is frustration, there is so much learnings as well. And I think we're ready to make the magic again.
We have an amazing product, we have an amazing technology, we have amazing security, we have proven ourselves through two super difficult moments, right? So it's like we decided to launch when in the first crypto winter, and we said like, yeah, we're ready for it, let's go. Yes. And now, you know, we have navigated through the second winter without major issues. We have a super strong community, which is amazing. I love the community. We have proven, we have delivered value through our CHSB. People have seen how CHSB has performed in the past. Proof of liabilities, we have done the job to the best of our capacity and far better than most. So if anything, it's a little bit of being able to communicate this message in the best way possible and reaching out to as many people as possible. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't join us. This is an open invitation for everyone, actually. Let's come. Let's go.
So guys, refer to blogs. Borgers, straight from Barcelona. I hope you guys really have enjoyed this video. Obviously, this is one that a little bit, how do you say, amuse-bouche before getting into 20th June in Lausanne and the 21st of June. At the same time, while of course we are here in Barcelona, the team is still working to fulfill the mission, which is to democratize wealth management and to bring financial independence to all of you guys, Borgers, which is really what we like the most. Obviously, if you saw it, Auto Invest is really the number one tool that enables you to get the right habits. Of course, the hero score is evolving as itself. We have now are building the Bridge 2.0, which is really great. Finding a way to have multi-chains, be able to accept a lot of different cryptos in a great way. We'll talk about that more next week. And there's so much more to come. And that's what I like the most, is that regardless of what the weather is, we're wearing shorts and shirts. Even if it's cold, even if it's rainy, even if it's snowy, if it's foggy, it doesn't matter. We still have a smile, because I strongly believe that being financial independent really enables all of us to finally unveil who we are and bring, you know, real love to what we care the most. For me, it's you guys. That's what I love the most, is our community and how we could really, you know, imagine ourselves doing this to more and grow the amount of Borgers. And that will help a lot of people to fulfill their mission. As always, be healthy, be wealthy, love our CHSB and our equity. Take care, guys. Adios, amigos, Borgos.
Through SwissBorg, all assets will have a fiat gateway. And here is the thing. Premium features gives you 0 fee trading.
It's an amazing fiat gateway.